Welcome to 영국 망고.
영국 mango. And today we're going to be talking eating out in London.
Over a cup of tea.
So grab yourself a cup of whatever you like and come join us. So, how often do you eat out in London?
Once a week.
Oh.
Sometimes twice a week, especially during summer. I feel like I eat out a lot.
I was going to say once a week sounds quite often, but
It is. It depends.
yeah, I think I do the same actually. Often when you're meeting people, especially in winter, it's easier to meet indoors.
That's true. That's true. During summertime, we can meet up in the middle of the park and just lie down, grab some snacks. But I feel like during winter, at least you need to go into pub, right?
Yeah, you need to find a cafe or like a restaurant. There's not many, I'm not sure if you've heard this term. If you have, drop a note in the comments. But it's called third spaces. And it's like spaces that you can hang out that are not inside someone's home, but it's not also like a corporate place where you have to pay money. And we're like kind of running out of places like that. Like I think kind of globally in lots of places.
True, true.
And that's why I love the summer because again, picnic season, you can meet in parks and it's like quite comfortable and
It is,
really
it is.
lovely.
True. So you said you usually eat out once a week?
Well, I think so. It depends if I'm organizing lots of dates or not.
No comments.
But I'm trying to encourage people to come over to mine for have dinner. I made dinner for my friends yesterday, and today I had dinner with a friend at their house.
Yeah. I
this
think
friend.
I do the same. Because once a week still feels like sometimes it's too much. It can be over your budget time to time.
Yeah, because it builds up. Like if you're paying, well, how much do you usually pay for a dinner when you go out?
It depends. Let's say I'm on a date and I go to
Oh, let's slow down. What does your date look like?
maybe next time.
Maybe he's from, okay.
Say I go on a date, right? I order one main dish each and
Oh, wait, I have so many more questions.
Uh-huh.
Let's note this if you want to hear this, because I think this is a really good topic. But good date spots in London. What's your dating strategy? Because I have so many opinions on this.
I have some opinions about it too.
I keep interrupting you. Please continue.
Yeah. You keep cutting off my words, but
So sorry. I just get too excited.
So I'll give you some examples of the budget depending on the occasion. So the first thing, if I go on a date, you order a main dish each. And normally, one thing I found really interesting is people do enjoy having drinks on the side with main. In Korea, we just drink water.
Yeah, it's really normal to have a drink to accompany it.
So if you sit down in a restaurant, the server would normally ask like, oh, would you like a drink? Would you like to order a drink first, right? So with the drink and the main, let's say the food is around like 20 pounds, sometimes 20 to 30 pounds in between that one, and even more actually. And drink is around like pint is 8 pounds, cocktail 12 pounds, even wine. So it adds up to like 30 to 40 pounds per person.
And if you're doing that every week, how many weeks are there in the year?
You can be broke so easily. Yeah. But if I go out with friends, not having drink, just like casual dinner, catching up, then it can be around like 15 pounds cheapest, isn't it?
15 pounds cheapest. Yeah, I think so. I think to get a nice dish for a tenner is a push in London.
What's tenner?
A tenner is like 10 pounds.
Oh.
And a fiver is 5 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, have you not used
I
that
thought you were
yet?
joking.
Yeah. No.
Tenner.
You can say
Okay.
it's a tenner. It's a fiver. You can't a 20. No, you don't say it for 20. Yeah.
I feel like if you want to have a tenner, do you say it this way?
If you want to get something for a tenner,
Get something for
or
a
like
tenner.
have dinner for a tenner.
Yeah.
Like you can get a pint for a fiver in a lot of places.
Not a lot in London.
That's true.
Surprisingly.
You can grab half a pint for a fiver in a lot of places
but half
in
pint
London.
is never enough, isn't it?
Not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally eating out cost for individuals, like one person each would be what 30 to, I don't know if it's too much, like 50 pounds would be too much. 30 to 40.
It depends where you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like 20 to 30 is reasonable. And then I've got a favorite restaurant I've been to twice.
Really?
And I'm getting someone to take me there tomorrow. I'm hoping they pay.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. It's Casse Croûte. It's a French restaurant.
You're going there?
Yeah, and I'm gonna...
Did you manage to book it?
Oh, I'm not booking it. It's a restaurant, and this isn't normal for London, but it's a French restaurant, and maybe it's normal for France.
Oh, French
I don't know.
So expensive.
But we always call them to make a reservation for this restaurant, and they never pick up. I think we've once managed to get them to pick up the phone and we made a reservation, but we were calling for days on end. So normally we just turn up on the day, and if there's seats, and we go.
Yeah, it's just very notorious for not picking up the phone. You just need to walk in and make a reservation.
It's French people.
It is, but food is good.
Yeah. And I feel like it's kind of toxic that we like it. We're like, oh, they're so hard to get hold of. Oh, it makes me want them more. I think that's this restaurant's energy.
Is it like a bad day thing? You know it's bad, but you just keep want to sign up for it.
Bad boy, a hot French bad boy, and he's just smoking a cigarette and he's paying you no attention at all. That is this restaurant.
Yeah, I do agree. I hope you make it there.
We'll see. If not,
I went there last week, you know.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about it?
I think favorite thing about it was I felt like I'm in Paris, like a restaurant in Paris. People was working there. They seemed French. Their accent was very French, and the seat is very tight. Like it's very narrow, like a small sized restaurant, but still like all the decor, all the vibe, food. And the menu is written in French, which I basically couldn't understand it. I had to look into Google Maps and look at photos too.
It's so funny. It's like handwritten on the wall in French.
Yeah.
And they translate it for you once into English.
It is. And I couldn't even understand his accent. And he was like, okay. And then he just walked away. And I was like...
So French. Oh, so hot. Wow.
Yeah.
Makes you want him more, right?
100%. I was gazing at his eyes and I said, beef. And he just recommended me some steak, so I ordered that one.
It's a good place. But it's not normal, I feel, for London. It's like a unique restaurant.
It is.
But in terms of like other restaurants in London, like is the sort of like restaurant culture quite different to South Korea?
It is very different. I think there are some things that it's nice to note. The tourists, if they're planning to come to London, first, when you walk into a restaurant, what do you do?
In London, you wait to be seated.
Yeah, that's quite uncommon in Korea. Lately, it's common to make a reservation beforehand in Korea, but normally, like some restaurants in my hometown, Busan, then we just walk into a restaurant and just grab a seat and wait to order.
Yeah, I feel like in some restaurants in London, they'd find it quite rude for you to do that.
It is. Like, I remember I tried to walk into a restaurant, just like trying to grab a table. And they're like, oh, no, just wait to be seated. And I was like, wait to be seated? Like, the table looks empty. Why can't I go? It took me time to process it.
It's really interesting because it makes sense. If there's an empty table, you would go there. But I do think it like makes, like people would think, oh, you're so rude and abrupt to do that. Like,
it is.
People should understand there's like different cultures, but...
It is. Oh, the other thing is about when we asked you, I want to pay, right? How do you say?
Oh, check, please.
Oh, don't we say bill normally?
Check, bill.
Oh,
There's a couple ways, yeah.
I think we just like try to show the gesture of writing thing on the air and then say, can I have a bill, please? Or like, can I have a bill? Just like that.
You just need to make eye contact and be like...
Yeah.
Like, and they know.
Yeah, you don't need to raise your hand up high. You just need to make eye contact and smile like mildly and say, can I have a bill, please? And then they'll bring the machine and come there. Because you remember when we went to Korea, we go to the counter area and then pay there.
Some places will do that in London.
They're mostly Asian places does that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
It is. So it felt a bit weird, people bringing card machine to the table.
Especially if they take a long time, because sometimes you're waiting and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And they don't.
And I think it's a good expression to know that, when you pay together, you just say, let's pay together. Well, is there any other word you say that? Or
pay together versus splitting the bill, I guess.
Yeah. Splitting the bill is quite common in Korea where we hang out with friends.
Do you? Because I feel like there's a whole culture of sort of like you'll either get big groups come to restaurants and being like, actually, can we split the bill? I'm gonna pay exactly £12.53. But then some people are like,
yeah,
I'll
just pay
cover this.
together and then
What is there sort of like faux pas in sort of like or like what do you tend to do?
I think I'm not sure everyone would agree with this, but dependent on the trust, how you trust that friend group that you're hanging out with. Because for me, not me in particular, but if there are some friends who just forget to pay me back when I cover something, then if that repeats, I would no, not at all. Like sometimes I would avoid because I don't really trust them, and it's kind of uncomfortable for me to bring it up and say, text them, oh, you kind of forgot my £15 from last night. And I think that's absolutely something that you should be doing because you cover for it. It's common sense. But still, if you're asking for it, I don't really like to put myself in this situation, to be honest.
It feels really awkward to have to chase friends for money. I've had to do it a couple of times. And it's often just people forget.
Yeah.
But
it is.
Yeah.
It is. That's the annoying part, eating out in a group. I do enjoy it, but that can be a bit stressful part.
I think I've got a group of friends and we like often at the end of a meal, it'll be like everyone pays individually and they tally up like by the penny. And it really stresses me out because I'm like, I don't mind doing that, but afterwards, sort of like one person pays. And I know everyone's in like different financial situations.
Yeah.
But I feel like because we're a bit older now, we're now like 22.
Penny ones, like 1 digit, 2 digit calculation, I think that can be too much. If we ate like somehow evenly, I'm okay with splitting bill evenly.
Yeah.
But I have there was one case. There was one girl, whenever, I'm not pointing at someone in particular, but let's say.
Really? You said there was one girl. That sounds quite particular.
It's just fun gossip to share. That one girl, like, whenever we eat out, she'll order, like, cocktail all the time. And dinner, like, no one else is doing it. And then she'll just always order, like, super expensive drink on the menu. And then she'll just say in the end, oh, let's just split evenly. And I realized that I'm paying for her drink every time we go out together. And we're not friends anymore.
It's so bad to like not be aware. Like either you're not aware or you're doing it intentionally and sort of taking like I feel like you're quite considerate of like friends around you. And
I don't mind paying like for my friends a kid and like I think that's also a gesture of caring. But if that repeats and you don't show like gratitude towards it, then that's a bit upset.
Because it's a nice way to sort of show friendship is to sort of cover the bill and sort of like
it is
give gifts and stuff. But some people
true out of my story.
So back to restaurants. So in terms of if I got this right, and the way it differs from South Korea is sort of you wait to be seated when you're here usually, unless there's some restaurants, and getting the bill sort of like you
on
can
table,
gesture. Are there other sort of like cultural sort of restaurant etiquette that you found a bit different?
I think this is not something I find it different, but the way we say, I think this will be good for our audience to learn. I found it really awkward to say, oh, I want to pop to the loo, which means I want to go to the toilet in the middle of the meal. It happens, right? It's difficult to hold sometimes. And I wasn't sure how to say in a polite and undisturbed way. How would you say a good way that I can say, oh, I might need my
I think pop
space.
To the loo is good. I used to always say nip to the loo. I remember I was telling people, I used to teach abroad, and I was telling someone, I was like, I just need to nip to the loo. And I was saying it very quickly. And for about 10 times, they were like, what? And I was like, nip to the loo. And like, it didn't click that I needed to change what I was saying.
Yeah.
So pop to the loo, nip to the loo is what I say.
So you say loo. So do you not use toilet?
I'm just going to pop to the toilet. I use that too, yes. You can also, if you want to be really fancy and like you're like an older lady and you don't want to say the word toilet, you can be like, oh, I'm just off to the powder room. Or like, I'm off to powder my nose is what they used to use back in the day, like in the 50s, to sort of like not mention the word toilet.
What about we?
I'm off to wee. I'm gonna go wee. I mean, you can say that, but it's
Would you say it's more casual
yeah.
among like close friends expression?
Yes, I think so. I think it's okay to say it, but I think if you want to be like, some people might be like, oh, you shouldn't talk about
Really?
that. I don't know. Like, I would say it to friends, but if I was like, say I was with colleagues,
Yeah.
I might not be like, I'm gonna go wee. Like
That would be inappropriate.
But with my friends, I'll say whatever I want, I guess. But
That's good
I
to
don't
know.
know.
I'll start saying, oh, I need to go to powder room.
Yes, I think that's a good one. And you
That's
have to
a
be
good
very
one.
fancy when you do it. You're like, oh, I'm just off to powder my nose.
Powder your nose. It sounds weird. Seems like they're doing some drugs, but
Right?
yeah. You shouldn't mention that in Korean video. Anyway, I emptied my glass.
Oh, your cup is empty, which brings us to the end of our episode.
It's been a really fun conversation.
Yeah.
Today we talked about eating out in London.
We talked about weeing.
Going to the loo, the expression about how to say in more gentle way.
We spoke about costs of eating out in London and how to cut those costs.
And about the culture difference between Korea and London.
And we learnt about the Bad Boys, beautiful restaurant that I love in London.
Yeah. I hope you found this interesting. And if you have any other contents that you would like us to cover, please let us know, or any feedback would be welcomed. And bye.